Hi everybody, I'm Dave.
And I'm Brenda.
We are at the entrance to the new section of Deluna that they're working on. We noticed a couple of things going on, so we want to take a closer look. We're going to take you out with us as we check it. We see some porta potties out there, and maybe that means they're getting ready to break ground on some foundations. And I also want to point out an area where the butterfly garden is going to be. So we'll start heading that direction. All right, everybody, those of you that have been watching our channel before probably know the drill. We're going to start off kind of getting oriented to the area we're going to talk about today. Now, remember the area in red, that is the current area of the villages that has built out or is currently under construction. And the area in blue is the future construction that'll be coming over the next years or decades. Now, today we're going to be looking at Deluna Phase 2. So let's start off by looking at where the original part of Deluna is at. The original Deluna is right here. Now this here is the Florida Turnpike that's going on here. On the other side, that is St. John's, and up over here will be Richmond. Now today we're going to be looking at the future part of Deluna Phase 2. Let me turn that on. Right here. So this area is a fairly large area, but most of the activity has kind of been down on this end through here. So that's where we're going to start looking today. All right, Brenda is spotting for me again today.
Hi, everybody.
And it is cold. It is 46 degrees.
It is cold.
The wind is blowing.
I need my gloves.
Yeah. You can see here the roadway. I'm going to kind of drop down real quick. Couple of changes. The roadway got a top coat on it here in the past few days. I mean, that is the final top coat, and they've spread some sand on it. Apparently they do that to kind of protect it while the heavy machinery is going across. But the road, this main road going in, is actually finished now. They'll eventually clean all that up and put some markings on the road, I'm sure. Now, this is what caught our attention and why we ran home to get the drone. We see a pile of porta potties. So let me head over there. Porta potties are usually brought in as one of the first things right before they break ground, because they'll set those at each construction site. So then the next thing I'm looking for is boards that they'll use for forming or putting up the forms for the concrete
Slabs.
Yeah, for the slabs and foundations, yeah. I don't see that yet. So it may not be putting them in the next day or two, but it's going to be soon, because that's very unusual to bring in those groups of porta potties, because they're paying rent on those things. So they're not going to bring them in too early. I'm still scooting around here looking for some forms on the ground. And I'm going to scoot across here. There's a couple of things I want to look for. The tilt wall area, those preformed concrete buildings that they've been doing, the courtyard villas over in St. John's, they're about to finish up that section in what I was calling Area 3 of St. John's. And we know the next place they're going is Area 2 of St. John's. But we looked at that today, and there's only 4 or 5 more foundations that need to be done. And they're going to be finished with foundations for the next area of tilt wall, which means where is the one after that? Because that crew is going to move pretty quick. I'm thinking probably sometime tomorrow or Tuesday to an area for the next area of tilt wall. We rode around this morning all through St. John's. Area 1, and could not find anywhere that looked like they were going to do the tilt wall construction yet. So that's what I'm looking here. I was kind of suspecting maybe these here would be the area, but I don't see any forms. So that's what I'm looking for, is forms or porta potties. So they're not there yet. So that might not be it either. So that's really confusing. Where are they going next? So we'll probably know in the next few days. All right, let me scoot over here, and I want to take you over to the Deluna Recreation Center. That is the official name of it. They've listed that name for the recreation center as Deluna Recreation. This is where the postal station will be, and a adult pool, not a family pool, an adult pool. And what's going to be a unique feature here, let me kind of turn so you can see all of it. A unique feature is going to be a butterfly garden. Now, I had no idea what a butterfly garden was. Have you ever been to a butterfly garden?
I have with my mom years ago.
Now, I was picturing something maybe like all enclosed, like in a bird cage or something that kept butterflies in. Well, that's not what a butterfly garden is. Apparently, it is a garden with a specific types of plants that butterflies are attracted to. Yeah, there's plenty of YouTube videos out there on it, and I went to look at them, and they are usually in direct sunlight, which makes sense now that they're doing it at the recreation center here. The butterfly garden is going to be right here. I'll circle it on the picture for you, kind of behind the pool and behind the postal station that's there. Now, there'll be a pathway that goes along the outer edge of that preserve, and the walkways will go right through the middle of the butterfly garden. Apparently, the butterfly gardens videos I was seeing, people like to do photography and things there. They just get full of hundreds of butterflies.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, so I think the nature lovers will really enjoy that. And it's going to be about the size of the pool you see there, very similar in size to that. And again, on this recreation area, I think I've mentioned before, there will not be any recreation building. There's going to be this is all outdoor activity and no building for it. The closest meeting rooms for the buildings will be at the Water Lily Recreation Center, which is also here in Deluna. Right here, that'll be tennis on the left-hand side. Those will be tennis courts. And on the right-hand side, that is pickleball courts. Right in these areas right in here, we have bocce and shuffleboard, I believe, that will be in those openings right there. All right, while I'm out here, let's kind of see how the progress is going on the roadways. They are much farther along than last time we flew this. Again, I think they're going to be building very soon with the porta potties there. Remember, our prediction was that they would break ground on foundations for homes in February. I'm still a little nervous that they're going to get in there before that. I'm sure those of you that want to build, you'll be glad if they start a little before that. But I want my prediction to be as close as possible.
Because I'm keeping tally.
Yeah. All right, we'll scoot back over this way. Let's also check. There's a spot that, there's another set of villas. Let's just make sure that they aren't setting up in there. It's right at the entrance to the new section. Let's see if maybe that's where the tilt wallers are going. And I noticed on this pond, I don't know why. If anybody knows, let me know. On this pond here, notice it's got like a shelf. I don't know if that's just the way the water is showing, maybe the way some silt is going in there, but I've noticed that shelf every time I've flown over it. So if anybody knows the reason for that, let me know. All right, let's keep on going back over here. That is the Florida Turnpike. So portions of Deluna will be right along the turnpike, and portions of it will be a distance away from it. Now, this is another section of villas up here, and this is where I just want to see if they have any porta potties or any indication of foundations. Sorry if I'm sniffing a little bit. The cold is now making my nose run. It's so cold out here. My ears are freezing. I feel like I'm back in Virginia.
It is cold.
There are porta potties in there. Oh, how about that? And I think I see, is that a pile of foundation? Yes, there are forms.
Oh, wow.
All right, I will predict Monday. It is Sunday right now. They'll be putting forms in here probably tomorrow. This would be my guess.
Wow.
Yeah. We were standing right beside it. Flew all the way out there and didn't realize that this is where they're going to start. Porta potties have actually been put at each site.
Oh,
So
goodness.
these villas, and again, we are basically right there in front of you. Wave, Brenda. There you are. All right. So this will be the first area of the next phase of Deluna. Again, this is the part that's closest to the turnpike, are these right here. And I don't know if they'll be the tilt walls or not, but it could be. I kind of pictured the courtyard villas.
Prediction?
I don't know. I'm going to give this one a little time. I really would have thought the next, I think these will be patio, is my guess. But we'll find out. Usually along the turnpike, the courtyard villas, they usually put a little farther away from it, but I could be wrong. All right. Another thing Brenda had picked up on, let me kind of bring this out here. Sorry if I'm moving so fast and I'm making any of you dizzy. We'll turn here in a second so you can see this wall. Now, notice on the back there, the wall is yellow. Well, this wall right here in front of us was yellow up until a couple of days ago. So it does show the villages will make adjustments as necessary, because we'd even thought the yellow kind of clashed with that.
The gray stone wall there.
Yeah, the gray stone, that's just the color of the stone, so they can't change that. So they put some paint there. Now, I don't think that's the final color. I think they use that gray, I think it's a primer to cover the yellow where they went to fix this. So let's take you over. Go up a little bit here. And I'll show you what it looks like there. I think they started on this end. Now, granted, it's a little bit overcast, so the colors may not show all that great. But right there, notice those 5 panels here on the end? It's actually a green. So I can maybe a better angle on it. I'll show. But it's kind of a greenish color. And that looks much better against that gray stone. So we think that they didn't like the color pattern once they saw it up against the stone of the wall and are changing it. But that just happened in the past couple of days, because it was fully painted and basically complete. All right. Well, now we have an area to be keeping an eye on for you. And we'll give you an update probably on Facebook. I imagine we'll give you the quick updates on when we see the first foundation actually pop up, because I think that'll be tomorrow. They're all set up and ready to go. And the next question is, will it be tilt wall or not? And I'll know that as soon as they get some foundation down, we'll be able to look at it and tell whether it's tilt wall or whether it's block and stucco, or if it's vinyl sided. So, all right, well, that was the update for today. I hope that was useful information for you. We'll keep an eye on things, and I'm still crossing my fingers that my prediction is going to be right. But as you see, it's probably not going to be, because I think they're going to be building in there in January instead of February. So, all right, until next time, we'll see you when we explore the villages. See you next time.